First, I must congratulate her for this initiative, but also to say that the timing is just right, because I have done research myself and I have found that African women were leaders before colonization. We were leading our nations, but we didn't have democracy. Most of them were positions where they were chiefs, were queens, and so on. We are not asking for what has never happened before in Africa. We are not asking to participate in leadership out of the blues. We are leaders. We've been leaders before. What we want is to participate in leadership just like we did. And what we want is to increase the numbers of women in leadership, in participating in leadership. And to achieve that, there's so many steps that we need to take. But one of them, to agree with Ellen Sirleaf, establishing this center, is to build a critical mass of African women leaders who will in turn reach out, mobilize women, form networks, educate the girl child so that we can have the leaders that we require in order to participate effectively in leadership.
What appetite does this Amujae Initiative grow among young women who probably might succeed you when you made her fade away alongside Madam Sirleaf and other African leaders?
There is so much wish and appetite on the part of young women, and they are lucky because they have got us to look up to, for us to mentor them. We didn't have that luxury. But for me, it's a moral obligation on our part to do what President Ellen Sirleaf has done in our own different ways. For me, I have chosen education of the girl child as my path to empowering women. President Sirleaf has gone a step up to mobilize young women and empower them to be ready to assume positions of leadership.
When you look at the continent, Africa seems to be stepping forward.
The country with the highest number of women in parliament is on the continent of Africa. And president after president now are heeding the call from us, women's movement, to say that they must appoint 50-50. And we want to praise African Union for setting the pace, because at African Union it is 50-50. And now South Africa is 50-50. Ethiopia is 50-50. Rwanda is 50-50 at cabinet level. Yes, it's not enough, but what we need to do is to take stock of the gains we have made. And some of us are very proud. And I, Joyce Banda, I'm very proud of the role our men have made in opening up space at the table so that we may sit there as well and participate. So we are not going to gain our space by confronting our men or fighting with them. We are going to gain our space at the leadership table by working side by side with our men. The challenges women are facing now are enormous. And one that comes to my mind very quickly, two, the ones that come to my mind is one, the media must play its role in supporting women. It is the challenges women face when they want to stand for elected office. The abuse, those abuses that women face in standing for elected office, the abuses women face, the fake news, the propaganda, the fights, are what then discourages other women from, particularly professional women. They don't want to stand for office and go and face that and be ridiculed when they can stick to their professional positions. And it breaks my heart, because what that does, it affects quality. Because then when you don't have anything to do, you haven't gone to school enough, you will go and stand for elected office.
Should we say women are being stereotyped by the media?
Yes.
Not of being weak, probably?
No. I mean, I think in trying to discourage them, it's worse than that. It is scandalization. It is this sexual harassment. But then the second one that I was going to cite as a challenge is violence against women. So I think where we need to do and work together with our men as we've worked before, and I'm happy to see what's going on the continent of Africa. I'm happy that even President Ramaphosa in South Africa has recognized the killing of innocent women as a serious problem right now, and put in place measures of fighting that. And that's what we need to do across Africa.
You were president and vice president of Malawi, respectively. What it takes to be the leader of a country as a woman?
It's different. The one attribute of a good leader for both a man and a woman is the ability to put together a good team. And I think I was fortunate in putting together a good team that assisted me. And I don't remember one time as I served as the minister, foreign minister, vice president, and president when men on my team undermined me.